Okay, so when you don't actually have, you can actually rename your database by using what we call SP, system stored procedure called SP underscore rename. So rename your database. Rename what? DB. SP underscore rename DB. Then the old database name, which is what? What do we have before? Mastermind. So you put it in a string. Mastermind. Then the new database name. Let's say I want it to be King Master. Do you understand? So I have renamed my database name like this. So immediately I did that, notice that the name changed here, right? Yeah. So the next thing you look at, you no longer have a need for a database. You drop your database. And how do you drop a database? You use the drop statement to drop a database. Drop what? Database. So what name of database do you want to drop? You use the name of the database. Let's say, for example, I want to draw the first one called MMS, right? MMS. So the database name, I click and I execute. Then command successful. Now come here and see if you have a database called MMS. You see that it has been dropped. All right. So with let's create a table with identity column. You create table, then the table name. Let's say my table name, I want it to be under human resources. Okay. I want my table to be under human resources. Create table, and the name of your table. Then your table name. Let's say I want to create departments table, for example. Then I have to open my brackets and close. Then after that, I'll have department's ID, which is my first column. Department's ID. Then I want it to have a data type of integer. Alright. And I want it to be an identity column. You do identity. Now what is an identity column? Identity column is a column you want SQL Server to assign values into it, not you. Alright? Yes, SQL Server is one that assign values into identity column. So that is it. So I'll do integer. Then I want my seed, what we call seed value and increment value. The seed value is the starting point of the value you want it to start assigning the value. Do you understand? Then the increment value is the order you want it to be increasing. Seed value is the starting point, the point you want or the number you want it to start assigning values. Seed, SEED. Then increment, comma increment. So I want my seed value to start from 2001311, comma, it should follow in the order of 1, then close. So let's say, for example, you notice that in a bank there is always a value that they follow, right? It's not person that assign your account number, right? The system generates it, SQL Server generates it, right, from the back end. So such values, they cannot share the same. You understand? It's going to be a unique value. Do you understand? So that is it. Then followed by department's name, the EPT name. So any number that gives to it and wants character, then the length should be, let's say, 15. Then the next one is manager name. Each department has a manager, right? Yes, let's say manager underscore name. Then the manager name should be, let's say, character as well. Abi, and should have length of how many? Length of 15. Then the next one is comma. Let's say I want to have manager ID. So each manager should have an ID. Okay, let me leave that. Right? Let me leave this one. Then Let me stop here for today. Now I'm done. I highlight and execute. Execute. So this is how you create an identity column. Now let me start inserting values. Insert into the table name. The table name is human resources. So you do undo, go back. So let's go on. You do insert into what? Your table name called human resources. You do this dot, then the table name, department. So what am I inserting? Values, right? So you call it out, then values, then the next thing is your column name. Are we good? Okay, so after values, the next thing I will do is to call out my column. Now remember, the first one is identity column, so I don't insert values. Once you insert values, that role of record won't be inserted. So the department name, let me say I want the department name to be stock keeper, right? Stock keeper. Because it's a character data, I have to put it in a string, true or false. So we'll put it in a string. Then the next column is comma. The next column is manager name. Who is managing stock keeper? I want to put my former boss name, Joshinaya. Joshi. So after that, I execute, and that is it. The next column, the same thing. Let me insert for the next column. Let's say for the next column, I have backspace. I have delivery. Okay, I have put stock keeper, right? Let me put operations, right? There are different departments in the workplace, right? Operations departments. Then after operations, which name should I assign? Kennedy. We don't have Kennedy in this class, Abby. Who is Kennedy? Error. Don't worry, Kennedy, you're following up, so step up your game, yeah? So now let me query this table and see what you have. Alright, select all from the table name. So what's my table name again? Human resources dot department, right? So then I execute. So are you seeing that the department ID actually have values, but I never inserted values for them? Why? Reason being that it was an identity column table. Okay, so after that, this is it. And you see that the first one was splitted by 1, the second was what? By 2. So as far as I'm inserting any records, I'll be having SQL Server be inserting values for the identity column like that. All right, are we good? Any question?